Afternoon, everybody, on this Sunday afternoon. So apologies for not doing a reading yesterday. I just got super busy. There was some plans for this weekend, but things changed. But that's okay because it's given me the opportunity to catch up on a lot of things. Because next weekend I have a student coming to stay with me for about 3.5 months. So I needed to find time actually to try and sort everything out and get prepared, so I'm not rushing basically. Apologies if I start coughing. The flu that I've had unfortunately has left me with a silly cough which didn't actually start until days after I started feeling better. But it just comes and goes intermittently. So I decided, you could see my face today, although I've got quite bad bags under my eyes because I've got a lot of sinus stuff going off. But everything will clear. Everything will clear. But I thought it would be nice if I did this reading where you can actually see me talking rather than talking and showing you the cards. I'm going to show you the cards anyway, but I've actually done a mixture today because I thought we're not doing anything yesterday. I thought I'd just make this a little bit more of a reading today. So I've chosen two decks. There's two cards jumped out from one deck, which was the Sacred Destiny cards. And there was one card jumped out from the Angels of Atlantis Oracle cards. Equally, I have shuffled in my tub with all my charms in, and I've picked out, well, I haven't picked out, I didn't look, I just collected them. But I was given 3 charms as well, which they're all intermingling with each other. So I'm going to start off first with this card. This was the first one that came out. This card says pleasure. I mean, it might look back to front to you as I'm showing you to the camera. But you can see these steps going up to a beautiful archway and the moon behind it and the light shining through. And when this card comes up, asking you to actually focus on what is your pleasure. So this card for me, the energy that I'm getting off this card is about doing the things that you love the most. Now, it's quite interesting because most of the time we are so busy that we don't take opportunities to actually look at what we actually like best, as in what gives us great pleasure. We kind of focus more on how can we make things better for other people, how can we please other people. And many people will say, oh, well, if my family's happy, if my friends are happy, if my children are happy, then I'm happy. That's my pleasure. But that's not actually your pleasure. That is actually you being that authentic, genuine self and just wanting the best for other people. But what do you want for yourself? What is it that makes your heart sing? Because this card is asking you to focus on finding your joy and finding your pleasure. You can't serve or offer from an empty cup. But if you keep giving all of your energy away to make others happy, then where are you going to be happy? How are you going to find the energy to do things that you absolutely love? So have a look in your life where it feels like you're actually giving more away than serving yourself, and try and bring into your own life, regardless of whether you're with someone, whether you live alone, or this is all about you. So look at where you can find and do things that actually bring you pleasure and joy. Because when you're doing this, when you're finding that pleasure for yourself, that's when you raise your frequency. That's when you build your light body. That's when you start to move out of the third dimensional drudgery, the lower frequency energy, and you start to move into a higher frequency that is based on love and joy. So that's your first card. The second card was solitude. Now, it sounds a little bit contradictory that those two cards actually jumped out together. But to me, I understand what it's saying, because basically it's asking you, it's actually telling you that in order to find your joy, sometimes you have to sit in solitude, because the world's noisy and everybody has an opinion of what they think is best for you. But only you truly know what's best for you. But if you don't give yourself time to sit in that peace, to spend time on your own, to ask the questions, what is it that you truly, truly love that makes your heart sing? How are you going to know? Because if you're unsure and you're sharing that feeling with others, they will always say, well, have you thought about this? Or why don't you try that? Or I think you should do this. But that's all their opinions. And as much as we can think, oh yeah, well, maybe I'll try that, maybe I'll like it, it won't be the passion that your soul knows is best for you. So you've got to start listening to what your heart's saying and allow your heart to take the lead. So just spend a little bit of time on your own. It doesn't mean to say you've got to cut yourself off from everybody completely. It just means that, you give yourself time to sit in your own space and ask the questions, what is it that I need right now? What is it that's best for me? So the third card that we got from the other deck is Archangel Uriel, Freedom. Now, Archangel Uriel is connected with your solar plexus chakra, and your solar plexus chakra is your seat of personal power. This is also the place, when we talk about personal power, this means in every direction. That it's your personal power that connects you with your innate wisdom, with your joy, with the excitement, the passion, and all of those things. But it's also your personal power, your seat of personal power, that connects you with the fear, the anxiety, and the worry. But in order to set yourself free from all of those things, you've got to sit in solitude. You've got to allow yourself time to find out what really lights you up. Okay? Because when you finally find that place, when you finally feel that excitement and that joy and that pleasure, that's when you will find your true freedom, free of others' opinions and free of not knowing who you are. So the freedom comes when you clean out this solar plexus chakra and you start to believe in yourself that you are the powerhouse around your life. You are the one that can and will create a life that you are contented and at peace in. But you just got to believe in yourself and don't let others influence you into what they think is right for you. So going on then to the charms. So the first charm that we got that came out was this one. So as you can see, it's the I'll turn, no, she's better off that way. I'll turn her that way so you can see the spider in the web. Now, the spider in the web is all about the tangled webs that we weave. Now, not many people like spiders. I personally don't mind them at all because I think they've got a purpose like every insect in life. But I particularly do like spiders. Maybe I was one in a past life, who knows? But what that tells me is that you know, when we weave our own web, and our web is the story of our life, then we're the only ones that can put things in there that work for us. No one else can. And sometimes, as it says in the cards, sometimes when we're listening to outside forces, we break that web, and then interference comes in, and then the vibration's off. It just doesn't match with who you are, and then you feel detached, you feel lost. So just allow yourself to, you know, weave your own web, because your web, your own personal web, is the only thing that will and can bring you that peace. So there's two other charms here, and one of the charms, it kind of like took me by surprise, because I kind of felt a little bit disconnected to it. So whether that means that I'm actually, it's not in my energy field, so I'm not kind of feeling it, because I'm not feeling it for myself, I don't know. But I had to take a little bit more time to work out what it meant. But I pretty much think that what it's trying to tell us, so this is it, this is the little frog, or the toad. Now, a lot of people, when they see that, they immediately think about relationships, or people getting into relationships, and they will say, you know, you have to kiss a few frogs before you find your prince. And yes, if this was a relationship reading, then that may well say that. But for me, when I studied the energy of it even more, what it was kind of bringing to me was how easy it is to jump into things without actually really looking into it deeper. So if this equates to the cards that I've pulled, and the one about solitude and, you know, going within, because you have all the answers within, then this is telling me that if you jump too quickly because others are influencing your decisions, then it may well be that you find yourself burnt, because it's not actually your story, it's someone else's story. So it's about preparing, taking the time, and then when the timing is right, then you can jump. But don't jump before. You know, just walk. Okay. And then the last one, and I love this one because I have an affinity to elephants. Okay. And, you know, elephants are such strong, powerful animals, and yet they're so gentle, you know, and they're one of the wisest animals on the planet. They say, and I don't know if it's true or not, but it's what I've heard in the past, that elephants have the longest memory. And equally, elephants carry the most wisdom. So this is a charm of wisdom. This, I keep having to fiddle with it because it's so tiny, it keeps slipping out of my hands. This is the charm of wisdom. This is saying, coupled with all of this reading, that you carry the wisdom, the innate wisdom within yourself to make decisions for your own life that are for your highest good, and not someone else giving you that opinion. So they're kind of reiterating everything that I've said in this reading. So remember your own innate wisdom. Remember that you are the controller of your own life. You are the one that knows what's best for you. You just let your power away, that's all. But you'll get it back. And, you know, when you sit in the solitude for a little while, you'll set yourself free. So I hope that resonates with some. If not, just discard it. It's not meant to resonate with everybody. But in the meantime, have a wonderful Sunday. Take pleasure in doing the things that you really love, and sit in solitude. Allow yourself space to be on your own if you want to be on your own. And please don't think that if you say that to someone and they take offence, that's not your problem, that's theirs. If you want the time to be alone, then you have the time to be alone. And, you know, set yourself free. Freedom is your superpower. Remembering who you are is the greatest gift that you will ever have, because in that freedom, you get to choose what's right for you. So sending you so much love today. And this was a 15-minute one. I hope it'll load up. But yeah, sending you lots of love. Bye for now.